Self-improvement's a big topic nowadays. It always has been, always will be. There's a whole industry, self-help, that's flourishing nowadays. And though I think there's good intentions, I think the authors and the creators that are making content and books to put out there are coming from a place where they want to help people and see people succeed or heal and grow. I think it's coming from a good place, and the people gravitating towards this content and these books and these ideas, they're looking for something that everyone's coming from good intentions. And I just want to give my take and thoughts on the whole idea of self-improvement. Self-improvement by definition is improving upon something, and to do that, that thing must not have been good enough to begin with. And there's the problem that I see with today and the whole self-help, self-improvement industry and movement, or whatever's going on, is coming from a place of not being good enough. I don't feel good enough, so I must do something to improve that. And the problem with that is you will be digging a hole that you will never get to the bottom of. I think we should come from a place of self-fulfillment before we seek to self-improve and have a foundation to build off of. Which leads to my second point, is all growth isn't good growth. Weeds grow right alongside the flowers and will choke them out if not tended to. I've been working in agriculture for the past 2 years, and one of the things that I realized, we spend significantly more time throughout the year spraying weeds and getting rid of the things that we don't want to grow, rather than trying to get the things to grow that we do. We spray and we water, we give nutrients, but growth happens naturally. It doesn't care what's good and what's bad. If it's in the soil planted, it's going to grow if it's getting water and the things it needs. And so that's where I wanted to touch on, is the biggest growth spurt that I noticed in my life came from applying this metaphor into my life, which was cutting out drinking. I've been sober for coming on 3 years now, and my life flourished in ways that I could not have imagined. I don't try much harder than when I was drinking. In fact, I was struggling just to get by. It seemed every day was a fight. I was putting so much more effort into just getting by than I am now. And I have so much more to be happy about and so much more to be fulfilled with. And I have so much that I'm grateful for today. And that's the point, is I put a lot more effort. It was a lot harder to get by drinking. In fact, just like the weeds in the garden, I was trying to start a business, make music, write and blog and do all of these positive passions or pursuits of mine in life. And just like the weeds in the garden, my drinking was choking out the fruits of my labor. And so I wasn't reaping any sort of harvest because I wasn't putting first things first. I was coming from a place of unfulfillment, which is why I was drinking to begin with. And so by working on the weeds, even now, where I'm doing these videos and I'm not really receiving much, I'm planting seeds that I hope I'll reap in the future. I'm doing this to improve my communication, learn some new skills, have some fun, and plant those seeds that I hope I do harvest one day. But I'm coming from a place of fulfillment. I'm not putting in a whole lot of effort. I'm putting some thought and some time and I'm doing the work that it takes, but I have nothing that's choking me out. And even now, if I was to do this to get ahead or try to make money or get viewers or which is all a possibility, but it's not the reason. I have notebooks filled with ideas and thoughts and lessons and things that I've learned along the way, and this is just my way to share that with the world. I'm hoping that something comes from it, but I don't need that in order for this to be fulfilling. I'm coming from a place of fulfillment, and that's the point. And it's a continuous process. Once the alcohol was cut off from my life, I was able to pursue things like normal responsibilities and fulfill those, like work and family, that I wasn't taking care of at the time. With that area of my life removed, it allows space for things to grow. This process is ongoing. It doesn't stop with the biggest thing that you have to remove. There's frustrations daily. There's responsibilities and obligations that must be done. There's inner work to be done. The weeds that I'm pulling now are their thoughts, feelings, behaviors that aren't conducive to the path that I'm on now. And so I have to constantly pull these little weeds. And sitting here, some of the work that I have to do is sitting down and recording this or editing the video, learning how to do a lot of this process, gathering the stuff that I want to talk about. At the same time as I'm pulling those weeds, I'm planting the seeds for the harvest that I hope to reap. What I want to leave you with today is a saying that I wrote and hold on to. It's work on the weeds and focus on the fruit. And that's what I'm doing today.